I'm loving that whole storyline with you and Norris. It works so well.
And I love working with him.
He's great, isn't he?
Malcolm's a brilliant actor to work with. And there's also... I don't quite know where we're at, but Brian's there, Peter Gunn, who plays Brian.
Of course.
So there's the three of us, so it's the odd thruple.
It's the odd thruple.
I think that's what the kids call it nowadays, don't they?
They probably do.
Yeah.
But great scope for lots of comedy.
Yeah, it's, you know,
really
it certainly has that, and so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, for more of that. Although I do miss being at the Grimshaws, I do miss number 13. But
oh gosh, everything's going on there.
It's all going on.
It's all going on there. It's crazy.
So I'm well out of there for the moment.
I think you are. I think you are. Just be in that little cocoon just now with the boys, and it'll be good. Because he has to, for goodness sake, he has to get some sort of romance going. The poor wee soul.
Well, it's one of those things that, from the get-go, I've always said that Sean should always be on the shelf, but thinking that Mr. Right's round the corner. Right. So he has...
Ever hopeful.
Is ever hopeful. He is. You know, Sean's rare on the show. He's the only person on the show, I think, that doesn't have an enemy.
That's true.
He doesn't have a single enemy.
You're
He's friends with everybody.
Yes, I've never thought about that
so
before.
even the people that, you know, like Tracy Barlow, even though Sean technically knows that she murdered Charlie Stubbs, he's still friends with her.
I know, that's very true.
He
Very forgiving.
Yes, very forgiving. That's his best quality.
Exactly.
His bad quality is he never shuts up.
But that's OK. We don't mind that. Now, look, tell me, because you are renowned for the work that you do for the Armed Forces, and I know how much they appreciate it, and you're really lending your support this year, aren't you?
Yeah.
For a specific campaign.
Yeah, I'm the ambassador last year. I've worked for SAFA for a good few years, and last year they asked me to be their very first ambassador. Yeah. So the patron's the Queen, and I was made their first ambassador. Yes. So SAFA means a lot to me, and I'm here to talk about a campaign called Got Your Back, which basically is saying that, you know, for years the Armed Forces have always had our backs, and it's about time we have their backs, because I think that, you know, and it's about talking about stuff. It's about, you know, when those facts were released by, I think it was Calm, you know, the campaign against living miserably. I mean, I was astounded. I think people were astounded that, you know, the biggest killer in men under 40 is suicide.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't know that until...
It's dreadful.
Dreadful. So this is, you know, is talking about talking that don't feel great, that don't feel buzzed by it, and are pretending that everything's all right. And, you know, underneath the surface, there's something... there's a sadness, and it's about getting people to come and talk. There's some research that of personnel that were interviewed and surveyed, less than 1% said that they would go to a charity if they felt they were in need. Oh,
that's really sad, because that's exactly why the charities exist. And post-traumatic stress and any sort of, like, you know, mental distress is... It's really difficult to get people to talk about that. You're absolutely right. Especially boys. Especially men, and especially servicemen. Yes. Because they see it as a sign of weakness, which they absolutely shouldn't. Yeah. We know that. Yeah. I think it's getting a bit better, though, don't you?
Well, I think the structure of military is you are, you know, when you're 16, 17, 18, and you're basically stripped of everything. You're given a number, and you become part of an army. You become part of, you know, a group of people. Yeah. And so a lot of time people don't want to stand out. That's the reason why they've signed up, is because they want the brotherhood. They need father figures or whatever, you know. And so when somebody they feel like they're the one person that something else is going on. They still don't want to be the one that stands out for various reasons. But I think the very nature of it is one of the reasons why. And actually, as time goes on, you know, with social media, people do talk more, and there are ways of doing it that people don't necessarily need to know. But, you know, you don't need to tell people other than the person you're talking to. Sure. And these charities, especially SAFA, which is a magnificent charity...
It's very good.
Because it's not just about the boys and girls that are either serving or veterans. It's about their families. It is a families association. It is about... So it's at Christmas, if you feel like somebody you know is struggling a little bit, just talk. And in the same way, if you are one of those people that's struggling to find a voice to highlight something that you feel and it's in your gut, you know, if you've got a sadness, it's debilitating. So it's about getting people to talk. And it's, you know, the hashtag is, which is what the campaign is, the photographs on the campaign, is Got Your Back. Because at the end of the day, whether, you know, I'm a pacifist, that's the strange, the irony is I'm a pacifist, I don't agree with, but what I do is I support the boys and girls of our country. And so for years and years and years, they've always had our back. and it's time that we have their ban.
Long may you continue. We'll make sure that we put all the details of this in our website, so people know how they can help.
Yes.
Because I think it's a great charity, and thank you, my angel.
It's
always a joy to talk to you and give everybody at Corrie my love.
I will.
Thank you. If you'd like to see even more great guests, then click here. There are plenty more fantastic interviews to come, so make sure that you subscribe.